Live from Darpy's Studios in Eddyville, Kentucky, it's time for another episode of the Evolution Survivor Strategy. We're post-Heroes vs. Villains. We are halfway done. Now let's talk about one of the weaker seasons of Survivor with Survivor Nicaragua. We have some characters like Fabio, Chase, Jane, Holly. Let's talk about all that and more on this episode of the Evolution Survivor Strategy. Your host, Darpy. Hello, Easy Nation. Welcome to another episode of Darth Easy's Evolution of Survivor Strategy. I hope you guys are enjoying this podcast. We have had 20 episodes so far, and now we're on episode 21. We are at the halfway mark of this podcast. So, yeah, let's continue. Let's keep going forward. So this season, this is not one of my favorite seasons of Survivor, to be honest with you. But you know what? I was enjoying it more than I remember. There are some good moments in this season. There are some bad moments. I mean, obviously. So the twist this season, we divided tribes up by age. So anyone who's over 40 is on one tribe. The other tribe, it's all the younger ones from 18 to 39. They're on the young tribe. And there are some really good game players this season. Like, you have Marty, who I really enjoyed Marty. I hate to see him go so early, but I thought Marty was controlling the Espada camp and the older tribe, and he was basically the puppet master trying to use the immunity idol to guide the lamb to slaughter, basically. And then on the other tribe, you have Brenda, who I like at the first tribal council, the younger tribe. You have Shannon, who is fighting for control over Chase between him and Shannon kind of loses it at tribal council and destroys that little alliance. So, and also there's a Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy Johnson from football. He's on this season, and he does decent, and he has a little trouble doing it physically, but he did a good job, and he wasn't first voted out, so that's always a credit there. So the tribes get mixed up, and where it's basically Marty kind of gets swap screwed, him and Jill. Jill really gets swap screwed, and eventually Marty had a lot of balls on him to not play that idol. And then I believe he's like one of the only people, because the whole point of splitting the votes for the idol is so on the revote you can vote them out. That's the whole point of the splitting the votes. Well, Marty, he decided not to play his idol, and he made the move. And I really like the move that Sash makes in the next episode, because Sash tells Marty, he's like, okay, if you don't play your idol tonight, you're going home. Now, here's what you can do. You give me the hidden immunity idol. I will make sure you're not voted out tonight. And then the next tribal council, if you don't play the idol, if you need the idol, I will give you the idol, but you have to give me the idol now, because Marty realizes that he's like, I'm not making that deal, because regardless, you're going to vote me out next tribal council anyways. So he makes that deal. So, yeah, so Marty gives the hidden immunity idol. I thought it was a very strategic move, and it's a move that paid off. It could have gone down as one of the worst moves in Survivor history, but it paid off for him. So, good job, Marty. Then we get these tribes merge, and Marty really has it for Jane, and Jane has it for Marty. I believe Jane has the record for voting for someone the most consecutive tribal councils, because she just wanted Marty out, because Jane and went an alliance with Marty at the beginning, and Marty's like, I'm not getting an alliance with this girl. And Marty makes a pitch saying, like, this girl, if you get her to the final three, she's gonna win. She has the saddest story here, and if she gets to the finals, I will vote for her. Eventually, Marty gets voted out at Final 11. Then we get to Final 10, and everyone wants to take out Brenda, who is kind of the queen of the season, where she was playing the best game up to this point, her and Sash, and Brenda gets found out, and we have wishy-washy Chase, who tells Brenda, and eventually has to turn on her, and Brenda gets voted out at Final 10. And we'll talk more about Brenda in a few episodes. But yeah, Brenda played a good game up to that point, but sometimes you gotta take out if you want to become the if you want to become the king, you gotta take out the queen, or whatever the line is. The next episode, then this is the moment where it really makes, because really there's some exciting moments in this season. So the season has a little more rewatchability. What kills this season is the double quits between Nyanka and Purple Kelly. Nyanka probably would go down as one of the great Survivor villains of all time. But then she quits. It's just it kind of ruins that little moment of the season. Her and Purple Kelly quit, and which they have created a legacy, because if you quit, if you're in the jury, you will not be allowed on the jury. Good rule. So yeah, we get to Final 7, and basically we have an alliance of 4 between Chase, Holly, Jane, and Sash. And then you have the other 3 of Dan, who is this rich guy. You have Benry, who was a very enjoyable character, and Fabio. And the Fabio strategy, I don't respect it. I'll talk a little bit more about it in a few minutes. But, they take out Benry at Final 7 thinking Benry's a bigger threat. But they really should, if they had taken out Fabio, probably at 7, I think probably someone like Holly wins the game. So at Final 6, Fabio begins his immunity run, and they decide to turn on Jane. And Jane livid, absolutely livid, and she's like, I can't believe I trusted these people and everything. You kind of feel bad a little bit for her, but I think the edit of Jane is to make her look like America's kind of sweetheart, that older lady that can't do no wrong, that people want to root for. We've seen this character so many times. So Fabio goes on this immunity run, and Fabio, to get to the finals, to win 3 immunities in a row, that's a daunting task. But in my opinion, I've talked about this multiple times on this podcast, and I'll talk about it a few more times with other players finding idols and all this. Fabio, I just do not respect, you have to win to get to the end. I don't respect that strategy. Because just because you win all these immunities doesn't mean you got to play the game. You didn't make the blind sides. You didn't make the moves. Fabio didn't do anything. I really do feel Chase should have won this season. But, Fabio's strategy of being laying back, being the cool little surfer dude, and I think Chase played a better game because he actually made the moves. Even Sash's problem was it's the Russell Hands problem. It's basically he made too many deals. He made too many checks. He couldn't balance all those checks. So yeah, Fabio wins 5-4. Overall, not a bad season. Not my favorite season, but enjoyable season. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Evolution Survivor Strategy. I hope you guys watch my next episode. It'll be a while before I do another one. Well, probably won't be a while, but The Crown comes out tomorrow, and I'll probably start watching that tomorrow. So guys, I hope you guys enjoy it. And guys, click that like button, subscribe to see more, tell your friends about Easy Nation. Until next time, all too easy.